Hello and welcome to the Week 6 edition of the Monster Pod, brought to you by thelines.com. Matt Brown, Steven Anders, joined this week by 4 for 4's Connor Allen. Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. I can't wait for Steven to say just play the over in this one because it looks like we're going back to Anthony Richardson. So 42.5 to 43 is our total. 2.5 is the spread in favor of the Titans. Like I said, we get the full practice from Anthony Richardson. They said when he was ready that they were going to put him back in, Steven. So it looks like we're getting AR-15 back there again. I mean, I actually would have liked it over in this one if it had been Flacco. But yeah, I'm not going to go there. Of course, big news with the Michael Pittman stuff on the Colts side as well. So if you didn't go pick up your Alec Pierces out there and your Josh Downses and all of the things like that, go do that right now if they're still sitting on your waiver wire. What do you think about the Titans coming out of bye? Did they figure it out? Is that all they needed? Was that all they needed was a little time off?
Maybe for all but one of the players on the roster. Will Levis is still a question, right? Like, do I want to lay points with Will Levis? And I think I might, man. Like, I'll start with what I'm most confident in. It's actually the under. I did bet under 43 here because Anthony Richardson is starting and Pittman is out and Jonathan Taylor's out and Josh Downs was a back-to-back DMP as well. So this might be Alec Pierce and A.D. Mitchell in the passing game. And, you know, if we just look holistically here at these two quarterbacks, in his 3 full games, Indianapolis's offense is outside the top 20 by EPA and success rate. And in those 3 full games, Richardson's EPA plus completion percentage over expected score is worse than Bryce Young. It's dead last. Levis and Richardson are number 29 and 30 in success rate as well among 35 quarterbacks with at least 70 plays. So yeah, that screams under to me. Pretty obviously screams under to me at the keyish number of 43. So as far as the side is concerned, it's more just about one team has a completely bad defense in the Colts. And we have a Titans defense that has shown to be pretty strong. Now, they played bad quarterbacks, right? But I just told you Anthony Richardson is measuring out as a bad quarterback as well and is missing all of his pieces. So this to me is fine still at Titans under a field goal, even though it's moved and it's gotten more expensive. You just hope and pray that Levis doesn't go full Levis. The other quick thing I'll mention, Matt, if any given week, people should be looking out for this scenario. If Joe Flacco enters the game at any point because Anthony Richardson gets injured, Shane Steichen goes so pass heavy when Joe Flacco's on. It's like a complete 180 with his pass run ratio. At that point, you should be looking for like live overs and passing yards and receptions and receiving yards, all that stuff when Flacco's in the game, because just the live numbers aren't going to price it properly from what the pregame numbers were when Anthony Richardson was the starter. So just keep an eye on that for the rest of the season.
Connor, it's a Titans team that, I admit I was at least curious about heading into the season. Just I didn't know if Will Levis was good or bad, and then you get him all these weapons and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, maybe they could be a little bit interesting. Instead, it's been just the opposite for them so far. But I'm just not an Anthony Richardson believer. I don't think he is a very good quarterback. Maybe he will be way down the line, but he is certainly not as of today. So this is a very, very tough one to me. My gut says, man, this is an opportunity to get in on the Titans coming out of a bye, and they just were able to prepare for this game for 2 weeks. But I don't know, can't get to the window. I don't know, can't put the ticket in there.
I think one of Hopkins or Ridley has a big day here, and like I don't want to be betting Levis overs, but if we look at how the Colts have played, I mean,
right,
they let up 371 and 2 touchdowns to Trevor Lawrence, 363 and 2 touchdowns to Caleb Williams, 312 and 1 to Justin Fields. Malik Willis completed like 90% of his passes, and then CJ Stroud just didn't have to do anything through like 234 and 2. Like, I'm like, oh man, this is the stoppable force versus movable object game here with the Colts and a Colts secondary and this Titans offense. Like, Titans passing offense hasn't been able to get anything going, but like, it's got to happen here. Like, it has to happen. And so I'm probably going to be playing some overs on one of Ridley or Hopkins. I'm not sure which one yet, but I think Hopkins coming out of a bye is props around like 40 or something like that. Like, he shredded this Colts secondary last year in 2 games for like 75 and 100 something yards. Obviously that was without Ridley, but I have a hard time getting away from him. So I think I'm probably going to go there. It seems a little sketchy, but I think it's fun. And overall, though, I don't know if I want to be laying with the Titans.
Yeah. It seems like a prop game to me. Yeah, it just seems like a prop game to me, and then not have to worry about how the actual outcome ends up going down. Guys, everything we do absolutely free, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Do appreciate that. If you have not checked out 4for4 and all that Connor and team over there are doing, you got to go over there, get in on that. Not just sports betting. I know this is a sports betting podcast. They got your fantasy needs as well, so don't give up yet. It's only week 6. I know it sucks. You're looking at your team and going like, I have no chance because all my guys are injured. Well, guess what? Other people have injured people too, so they'll help you figure all this out over there at 4for4. If you haven't done so already as well, lines.com, upper right-hand corner. Absolutely free Discord. You can go in there and chat all sports all season long. For Connor, for Steven, I'm Matt. Good luck on all your week 6 bets.